Hey NFL fans, before we dive into today's hottest stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update from NFL News Now. There's something special brewing down in Dallas this season. You can feel it in the air every time the Cowboys take the field, the swagger, the rhythm, the confidence that comes when a team knows it has a real shot to make history. And right at the center of it all, standing tall in the pocket and carrying the weight of an entire fan base on his shoulders, is Dak Prescott. Yeah, the same Dak Prescott that the haters love to dismiss. The same Dak that gets picked apart every time the Cowboys lose a close one. The same Dak who's been questioned, doubted, and disrespected more than almost any quarterback in the NFL. But here's the thing. He's quietly putting together a season that's forcing everyone to pay attention. And now, as Week 6 approaches, Prescott isn't just chasing wins. He's chasing legends. The numbers don't lie. Through the first 5 games of the season, the Cowboys' offense is sitting at the top of the league, the number 1 ranked offense in the NFL. They've been slicing up defenses with precision, and a huge reason for that is the man under center. Dak Prescott currently ranks second in the league in passing yards with 1,356 yards. That's right, only one quarterback in the entire NFL has thrown for more. And he's done it with the kind of command and efficiency that screams MVP-level football. He's not forcing throws. He's not turning the ball over recklessly. He's playing smart, confident, and absolutely in control. Every throw looks like it's coming from a guy who's been here before, who knows what it means to wear that star on his helmet and all the expectations that come with it. But this Sunday, it's not just another game on the schedule. It's a moment that could define Prescott's place in Cowboys history. Because with just 150 more passing yards, he's about to pass one of the most iconic names in the franchise's long and storied history, Troy Aikman. Yeah, that Troy Aikman. The 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Hall of Famer, the face of the 90s Cowboys dynasty. When you talk about Cowboys quarterbacks, Aikman's name is one of the first that comes up, right there with Roger Staubach and Tony Romo. But this weekend, Dak Prescott has the chance to move past Aikman for the second most passing yards in franchise history. And that's not a small milestone. That's legacy stuff. Think about what that means for a second. Aikman played 12 seasons in Dallas, threw for over 32,000 yards, and led the team to 3 Lombardi trophies. Prescott, on the other hand, is doing this in an era that's far more competitive, with higher passing standards, faster defenses, and way more scrutiny from fans and media alike. To even be in the same conversation as Aikman says something, but to surpass him in career passing yards? That's a statement. That's Dak Prescott saying to every critic who's ever questioned his value, I belong here. I'm part of this franchise's elite history. And here's the wild part. Aikman might not be the only name Dak climbs past this season. According to RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys, Prescott is just 1,391 yards away from passing Tony Romo for the most passing yards in Cowboys history. Let that sink in. If he stays on his current pace, he could become the all-time passing leader for the Dallas Cowboys before this season is over. That's a milestone that cements a player in franchise immortality. Every throw after that just builds the legacy higher. We're talking about a quarterback who entered the league as a 4th-round pick in 2016, who was never supposed to be the guy. He was the backup. The plan was for him to sit, learn, and maybe, someday, get a shot. But fate had other plans, and since that day, Dak Prescott has been rewriting the story of what a Dallas Cowboys quarterback can be. Still, it's almost ironic how, despite everything he's achieved, the disrespect never seems to fade. Every time the Cowboys stumble, the spotlight turns to him. Is Dak elite? Can Dak win the big games? Is he worth the contract? It's the same chorus year after year. But you know what? Prescott keeps showing up. He keeps working, keeps leading, and keeps proving that leadership isn't just about highlight throws or gaudy stats. It's about how you carry yourself when everyone's doubting you. That's what makes this potential record even more powerful. Because it's not just about yards on a stat sheet. It's about perseverance, about growth, about defying expectations in a league that constantly looks for reasons to tear players down. And let's not forget the context here. The Cowboys' offense isn't just padding numbers. They're doing real damage. Mike McCarthy's system has finally found its rhythm. The offensive line is holding strong. The running game is keeping defenses honest. And the receivers, led by CeeDee Lamb, are giving Dak the weapons he needs to spread the field and attack. Every week, he's throwing for over 180 yards, staying consistent, staying sharp. That kind of reliability is exactly what MVP-caliber quarterbacks bring to the table. It's not about one explosive game followed by a dud. It's about sustaining greatness week after week. And right now, Dak Prescott is doing exactly that. Albert Breer put it best when he said that Dak is playing at an MVP level. And he's right. Watch the tape, the timing, the reads, the accuracy. Prescott is dissecting defenses with veteran-level precision. His chemistry with his receivers is dialed in, and his decision-making has been as good as we've ever seen it. You can see it in the small moments, when he changes the play at the line, when he stands tall under pressure, when he delivers a strike on third down to keep a drive alive. That's not luck. That's preparation. That's maturity. That's leadership. The irony, of course, is that the more success he has, the more the critics seem to dig in. There's this bizarre obsession in the NFL world with finding reasons to downplay Dak's accomplishments. Some say he hasn't had enough postseason success. Others say he's a system quarterback. But how long can you keep using those excuses when the numbers keep stacking up, when the wins keep coming, and when the records start falling? Passing Troy Aikman, and potentially Tony Romo, isn't something that happens by accident. You don't luck your way into that. You earn it, yard by yard, game by game, season by season. It's also worth remembering the emotional journey Prescott has been through to get here. Injuries that could have ended careers. Personal challenges that tested his mental strength. Every time, he's come back stronger. Every time, he's reminded people why he's the heart of this team. The Cowboys might have stars on both sides of the ball, but the emotional pulse of this team runs through number 4. When he's confident, the whole locker room believes. When he's clicking, the offense hums. That's the kind of leadership that doesn't show up on the stat sheet but makes all the difference in the world. And maybe, just maybe, this season is the one that finally forces everyone to appreciate him for what he truly is, not just the quarterback of America's team, but one of the best in the entire league. Because if Dak Prescott keeps playing at this level, and if the Cowboys keep winning the way they've been winning, the MVP conversation won't be able to ignore him. The narrative will have to shift from, is he good enough, to how far can he take this team? So when the Cowboys take the field this Sunday, there's more on the line than just another win. It's a chance for Dak Prescott to etch his name even deeper into the fabric of this iconic franchise. A chance to look up at that massive video board in AT&T Stadium and know that he's right there with the legends, Aikman, Romo, Staubach, the men who defined eras of Cowboys football. And if he keeps this pace, by the time this season wraps up, we might be talking about Dak Prescott as not just a great Cowboy, but the Cowboy, the one who carried the torch into a new generation. Because say what you want about him, Dak Prescott has never run from the pressure. He's embraced it. He's lived in it. And now, he's turning that pressure into performance, that doubt into drive. When you step back and really look at what he's doing this season, the poise, the production, the leadership, it's not just about catching legends. It's about becoming one. Keep watching as we analyze more details about some rumors. The NFL world is buzzing with speculation tonight, and it all centers around one name that has become almost synonymous with the Dallas Cowboys over the past several seasons: Dak Prescott. Yes, you heard that right. Rumors are swirling across social media, sports talk shows, and even inside locker room whispers that Prescott may be on his way out of Dallas. For years, Dak has been the face of the franchise, leading the team through highs and lows, moments of brilliance, and stretches of frustration. But now, the landscape seems to be shifting beneath his cleats. The chatter started subtly, almost like a faint ripple across the pond, with insiders hinting that contract negotiations may have hit a wall, that mutual frustrations might be growing, and that perhaps both Dak and the Cowboys are beginning to see different futures for themselves. It's no secret that the relationship between a star quarterback and a franchise is delicate, and with Dak, that balance has always been under intense scrutiny. From his rookie season, Prescott impressed fans and analysts alike with his poise, mobility, and leadership, quickly turning himself into the kind of quarterback any team would build around. Yet, the NFL is a business first, and even heroes are not immune to the machinations of contracts, salary caps, and shifting front office priorities. The speculation tonight suggests that behind the scenes, discussions between Dak, his agents, and the Cowboys front office may have grown tense. Sources close to the situation are hinting that the team may be reconsidering its long-term plans at quarterback, perhaps influenced by emerging talent elsewhere in the league or by a desire to restructure the roster in ways that could free up cap space. Fans are divided, of course. On one hand, Dak Prescott represents continuity, a sense of identity, and a connection to a team that has often flirted with greatness but struggled to seal the deal in playoff scenarios. On the other hand, some analysts argue that the Cowboys may see this as a rare opportunity to pivot, to reinvent their offense, or to take a gamble on younger quarterbacks who could provide higher ceilings with less financial risk. And let's be honest, the Cowboys are under constant media microscope. Every decision is magnified, every rumor amplified. So even the faintest hint that Dak Prescott could be on the move ignites debates across Twitter, sports podcasts, and YouTube comment sections. People are picking apart every throw, every game, every interview, looking for a sign that the inevitable split is approaching. The timing of these rumors also adds fuel to the fire. Coming on the heels of a season where Dallas showed flashes of promise but failed to meet expectations, some insiders speculate that this could be the tipping point. Prescott has shown loyalty to the franchise, often taking pay cuts to help the team maneuver under the salary cap. But loyalty can only go so far when championship windows are narrow and front office patience is limited. If the Cowboys decide that a fresh start at quarterback is necessary, it wouldn't be shocking to see Dak exploring other options, whether it's testing free agency, entertaining trades, or even considering a shift in his career that aligns with personal ambitions for winning a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the ripple effects of such a move would be enormous. The Cowboys' locker room culture, already built around Dak's leadership, could face a period of adjustment. The offense, engineered around his strengths, mobility, deep ball accuracy, and leadership, would need a complete reevaluation. And let's not overlook the fan base, which is both passionate and notoriously vocal. Imagine Jerry World without Dak Prescott under center. The emotional and financial stakes are staggering. Jerseys, tickets, media attention. All of it would be thrown into a new narrative where the Cowboys are reinventing themselves yet again, this time without a quarterback who has been their face for almost a decade. The rumor alone is enough to make headlines, spark debates, and dominate sports talk for weeks, if not months. Speculation also extends beyond Dallas. If Prescott were to leave, there's a growing list of potential landing spots being whispered about by insiders, each one more tantalizing than the last. Teams in need of a proven, game-managing quarterback suddenly become part of the conversation, and you can bet that the free agency board would light up the moment the news became official. Some teams might view Dak as the missing piece to finally push them over the top. Others might see him as a stabilizing force to mentor younger quarterbacks. The intrigue is real, and the rumor mill is only feeding the excitement. Agents, front offices, and even sports media personalities are circling this story like sharks sensing blood, and in true NFL fashion, nothing is confirmed until the ink hits the contract or the trade deal is announced. Until then, every throw, every sideline interaction, every press conference is analyzed for hidden meaning, subtle cues, and potential signals that this separation could indeed be imminent. What makes this potential move so fascinating is not just the logistics, but the emotional weight. Dak Prescott has been more than a quarterback to Dallas. He's been a symbol of hope, resilience, and, in many ways, the embodiment of the franchise's aspirations. The thought of him donning another uniform, perhaps leading a different team to victories that the Cowboys could only dream of, is enough to keep fans glued to every report, every tweet, every fleeting comment from players or coaches. It's also worth noting that Prescott's marketability, leadership qualities, and competitive drive make him one of the most attractive quarterbacks for any team looking to make a push. The speculation alone could affect ticket sales, merchandise, and the dynamics of the offseason, as every team starts to consider what moves they could make in response to a potential Dak departure. Of course, with any rumor of this magnitude, skepticism is natural. Cowboys insiders may publicly downplay the chatter. Prescott himself might issue statements reaffirming his commitment, and social media might erupt with counter-narratives designed to protect brand image and morale. But let's not underestimate the power of the NFL rumor mill. It thrives on ambiguity, speculation, and tension. Every hint of discord is magnified, every cryptic comment is dissected, and every potential scenario becomes fodder for fans, analysts, and rival teams alike. And right now, all signs point to an intriguing crossroads for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, one that could redefine not only his career trajectory, but also the future of a franchise always hungry for championship glory. As this story develops, it will be fascinating to watch the layers unfold. Will Dak stay loyal to the team that drafted him and try to lead them through another playoff push? Or will he seize a new opportunity that promises fresh challenges and potentially a faster route to a Super Bowl? Will the Cowboys double down on the familiarity and leadership he provides? Or will they gamble on a new era, one that could reshape their offense and front office strategy? These questions, still unanswered, are enough to keep the rumor mills running at full speed. The only certainty in all of this is uncertainty itself. The next few weeks, months, and possibly even games could reveal the future of Dak Prescott in ways that fans, analysts, and the league itself can hardly predict. And that, perhaps, is the most compelling part of all. The drama, the speculation, the tension that keeps us all watching, waiting, and talking. Because in the NFL, stories like these are never just stories. They're seismic events that ripple through the league, shaping futures, fortunes, and fan hearts alike. So, for now, the world watches, the rumors grow louder, and Dak Prescott's future with the Dallas Cowboys hangs in a delicate, tantalizing balance. One thing is for sure, whether he stays or goes, the conversation isn't ending anytime soon. The NFL thrives on uncertainty, and this, right here, is a perfect example of why fans around the country can't stop talking about one of the league's most intriguing storylines. Keep your eyes on this one, because if this rumor solidifies into reality, the repercussions will echo far beyond Texas, reshaping not just the Cowboys' trajectory, but potentially the entire quarterback landscape across the league. And that, my friends, is exactly why we watch, why we speculate, and why the NFL continues to captivate us season after season. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow NFL fans. Stay tuned for more updates, only here on NFL News Now.